YouTube, hello friends and people in virtual world, welcome back to Baggy's TMD. Don't forget to hit subscribe and smash that like button if you're enjoying the channel. Right, today we're having a bit of an experiment. So, as you all know, I'm going to start building the new layout, which still hasn't got a name yet, the new sun layout. And we have the little J70, the little tram, and it's going to go down a roadway into a warehouse unit. So I'm just having a bit of an experiment on how I'm actually going to do the roadway. Now, I did a roadway before on Blue Street, but that didn't go very well. So I've just got a little bit of board. All I've only got a little scrap piece of track, bit of scrap MDF, just PVA glued it down straight so we can experiment with what we're going to do. Now, what I'm going to do is a trick I've learnt off a few people, some cheap all-purpose filler. Going to put some filler down. I've got a little stirrer just to level it all off, and then just make a little groove in the track using a old set of wheels that I've got floating around, and sand it all down. I've got enough room here so I can solder a couple of wires on just to make sure that the train goes along. So I thought I'd show you the process on what I'm going to do with the old experiment here. So let's get some filler mixed up. Right, so we've now got some filler all mixed up. All I've used is some cheapo Wilco's all-in-one filler. I just picked up a couple of cheap scrapers. So filler, nice mix as per the instructions. It's either going to go one or two ways. This is either going to go really well or it's going to go really poor. So I'm going to scrape it on, lay it in there, and then I've got an old bogey here just to run along. So let's see how well this is going to go. So like I say, it's either going to go really well or really poor. Hopefully it's going to go quite well, because I quite like a nice, if I'm going to have a roadway, I want it done decently, not half-assed. So slap some filler on. Don't matter too much about the sides, and then we'll just I'll sit it all, like I say, I just want a nice looking roadway really. If you've got any suggestions on how you do your roadways, guys, I'd be quite interested to hear how you do it. I will use all the filler up. I hope you're liking the new camera angles as well. Like I say, we've moved into a new house now, so I've got my own little modelling room for the foreseeable future. So just trying to experiment a bit with different camera angles and random stuff like that, really. See if we can get some really top quality videos for you guys. Oops. Might have just knocked the camera then. Apologies if I did. I think I had this problem last time, trying to get a nice clean edge. I think we'll be able to chop it up and get a decent edge. We shall. A little bit of filler off there. Yeah, trying to put some branding in as well, so we all know it's Baggy's TMD as well. Just trying a few little experiments just to try and push the channel, see if we can compete with the big boys on the model railway. See, Everard junctions, stuff like that. Oops, shouldn't have done that. I've just cocked it up in it. There we go. Ooh, crap. What do they say about plastering? Not plastering. Once you just don't mess with it. Get the crap off that. Oh, all over my hands now. There we go. Be able to fill some bits and bobs in later on if I need to. So then we'll get now to the bogey. Bit of weight. Just to run it down. Just so it cuts itself a little groove. lean it into the rails as well, just so you've got a bit of a gap. Obviously you've got a bit of play on the wheels, so just proper lean it in a bit and see how we go. A few passes, give the wheels a bit of a clean up every so often as well, just so we know they got the most out of the wheels. That's looking quite good to me, that is. Right, do now, we'll let that dry for a day, then we'll come back to it, sand it up, do any patching up work that we need to do, so we got a nice smooth finish on it. Then we'll just attach some tracks to it, run it backwards and forwards, then we can start some painting on it. So I'll be back tomorrow, guys. So guys, we're back, obviously next day. We've given this 24 hours to dry. What we're going to do now is just check how it looks, do some minor tweaks. We'll clean the little bit of track up. There is a little bit, let's bring it a little bit closer to you. There is some bits of patches that we would need to fill in and sand to make it look all good. What I have noticed though is it is it's filled. It's filled. It's dried, but it seems to have expanded a little bit. So all I'm going to do is just get a small little flat bladed screwdriver and just run it along the track edges, only gently, just taking off a bit of material, just to allow us to have that little bit for the train to go down. I'm just going to scrape a little bit off. So we'll get the train on it in a minute, and we'll see how it's all gone. Let's find a brush just to brush out any excess that we might have there. We might use a pair of tweezers as well, if I can remember where I've put everything, because I can't actually remember. Or a smaller screwdriver might work. That one's a little bit too thick, so we're grabbing out more toolbox. Oh, that'll do actually, a little crosshead. We'll do just so we can get in there. Just scrape away. Little bit of the filler. Like I say, as long as it looks about right, it hasn't got a. I don't think we're going to put a fallow road system on this. I might do, but even if we do, a little groove isn't going to hurt too much. What we can do as well is just get our bogey just to run along it as well. So we don't raise too much. Take a little bit more out, I think. And hopefully it'll work quite well. There, you can just see now there's a little bit of a groove just in the track, not too deep. Like I say, hopefully it'll be deep enough to run the trains down. As I say, all a bit of an experiment. This I tried it years ago, but it didn't go that well, to be brutally honest. A bit of filler out there. Just grab more track rubber. We'll give the tracks a quick clean down. If I was more prepared, I'd have actually had the track rubber ready. I'm just gonna just give the tracks a quick clean up. They're nice and shiny on top. You can see where we're a bit high in the middle with the filler. That's not that's up. Knocks it back a little bit with the rubber. Obviously we are going to paint all this up. But I just want to see if the principles actually work. Right, I think we're all right to give it a test now. So I'm just going to pause you for a second and rig up a little bit of dodgy wiring just to check this thing's all going to work all right. Right, so just rigged up a cheap Ormy controller because the the J70 isn't actually DCC fitted yet, so I still haven't quite figured out how it comes apart. But yeah, so just rigged up a cheap Ormy controller. That's all, just to check that this is going to work all right. I've just wrapped the wires around the track and put a little bit of insulation tape on just to test it. So, give this a go. Oh, wrong way. Put the wires the wrong way around. Let's put my finger here. So that goes along quite nicely, actually. No catching or anything. Oh, he says. Oh, there we go. That might be caught catch on a little bit of muck there. That's catching on. But yeah, goes along quite well. I'm quite happy with that. So guys, hope you've enjoyed that little bit of an experiment there on how I'm going to do my tramways on the new southern layout. The next video, what we'll do is we'll paint all this section up. I'll add some filler to it in the meantime just to smooth it all out, but we'll come and we'll have an experiment of painting 1930s, 1940s style tarmac. Don't forget guys to hit subscribe and hit the like button if you've enjoyed this video, and I'll see you later guys.